Booktubers, I'm Becky Bookworm and I'm here today to do the Booktube About Me tag. The original tag was done by Harriet Rosie and I'll link the video down below. I wasn't tagged by anyone, or if I was I don't know about it, but I just wanted to do a tag. I've not done one for a while, so I thought why not. Question 1, what do you study? What is your job? I'm a website assistant for a large retailer. I coordinate and collate content and images for products that go on the site, and I launch whole ranges of like hundreds of products. I set them up and get them all looking okay. I kind of fell into it accidentally after working in the call centre for the same company and then applying for that. Number 2, what is your favourite social media channel? I'm assuming this means do you like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. My social media channel of choice is Instagram. It just seems like there's a lot less drama over there, well, for the accounts that I follow anyway. It's very visual and you can learn about things and it's not too bitchy. Number 3, if you had another channel, what would it be about? I've recently started drawing and arting again, I guess we'll call it. So if I was to get what I perceive to be good enough, I would probably start another channel doing that. I also thought in the past about doing one about ferrets and ferret knowledge and ferret care, because there's a lot of bad advice that goes around that's very damaging to ferrets, but I think there's one called Ferret World now and she does everything really well, so I don't think that's necessary. Hopefully one day I'll actually do an art channel because that'd be really cool. Number 4, do you play any instruments? I play a few instruments very badly. When I was a kid, I played the recorder, like I think everybody in the UK did. I played the keyboard a little bit, and what else? I think that's probably it. So no, I don't really play anything, to be honest. Oh, I dabbled in the guitar for a bit when I was a teenager, because I was obsessed with Kurt Cobain. What hobbies do you have other than reading? Well, up until recently I was a climber, but I've kind of put that on the back burner because I feel like I'm making myself anxious by trying to do too many things. So I will go back to climbing, but for now it's on hold. I am putting most of my time into drawing, and I know other than reading, so into drawing and yoga when I'm not in work. So I think that was somebody screaming. I also like walking in the countryside. That's one of the big things that I really love to do. Favourite TV shows? I don't think I can choose a favourite TV show. There are so many TV shows that I enjoy, so many that I like to watch. I just don't think I could choose it. If I was to choose one that I revisit, if I was to choose one that I revisit the most, I would say Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's something I've watched constantly since I was 16 or 17 when it first came on British television, and I've rewatched it every year since. But a few others that spring to mind, I really, like everyone else on the planet, really enjoy Game of Thrones. Rick and Morty's hilarious. BoJack Horseman's really good. Supernatural, the early seasons is fantastic. There's just too many. I like all sorts of stuff as well. What got you into reading? Being a very introverted and nervous child got me into reading because it's kind of going a bit dark, but I was bullied when I was younger and reading was sort of escapism for me, and I've just carried it on ever since. I did stop in my 20s, or maybe read one book a year, if that, in my 20s, because I had a few other things going on that I don't really want to talk about here. But in my 30s, I am back on it with a vengeance. I've smashed my Goodreads goal and I'm just having a blast. I'm loving reading. Number 8, what are your favourite and least favourite genres? I'm a very eclectic reader. It's not so much the genre that I go for, it's more that if I love the story and the characters. So, I mean, I guess if you look at my shelves, it is such a mishmash. I really like horror, sci-fi, fantasy, a little bit of romance, crime sometimes, mystery. I generally like all of them, and I don't think, I guess if I was to say not my least favourite, but the one that I don't have a lot of is probably like contemporary romance kind of stuff. But it's not because I don't like it, it's just because I have to be really in the mood to read that. What books define your childhood? Black Beauty, read and reread that. The Magic Faraway Tree was another one. I remember when I first started reading when I was at primary school, there was these books called Janet and John. Does anybody else remember those? I don't even know if they're still a thing. Number 10, tell us an interesting fact about you. I didn't prepare for this. Interesting fact about me, I've been vegan now for 6 years and it's one of the best decisions I ever made, even though sometimes it's emotionally draining and it can be quite frustrating when dealing with other people who take exception to the fact that I'm vegan. Don't know why. Some people feel a bit threatened, even though I'm not the sort of person to shove it down your face. People are still dicks about it, but still one of the best decisions I've ever made. I feel a lot healthier and I can eat loads, and vegan junk food is awesome nowadays. It's so much better than when I first went vegan. It's so good. Okay, so that is the tag from me. I don't really know who has and hasn't done it, so I'm going to tag the girls from the restricted section. I'm going to tag Eleanor from Eleanor Reads Books. I'm going to tag Game of Tomes if you haven't done it, and Peas and Cookies. So that's it from me. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe, and I'll be back soon with another video. Big hugs. Bye!